Guys, what's up? This is Shan Heather and today we got Nokia 7.1 smartphone with us. We are going to perform a quick unboxing of its retail box. We are going to have a look on the device, its highlighted feature, hardware specs, design and all of the usual unboxing stuff. So let's start it. So Nokia 7.1 comes in this nice beautiful looking retail box. On the front side there is an image of the device that gives the idea that this device comes with a full view display with the notch. There is Android One branding. The back side we got some information about the device. First of all, an image showing the design of the device, and then that it comes with Nokia Pure display with 5.8-inch full HD plus screen along with 19:9 aspect ratio. That means we got the notch. It comes with HDR10 video support. We got 12 plus 5 megapixel dual rear camera setup with Zeiss optics, and on the front side there is an 8 megapixel wide angle camera. Camera feature includes the advanced AI depth based imaging that creates the bokeh effect and the depth of field in an image. And once again, this one also comes with dual side technology that uses the front and rear camera at the very same time to capture an image or video, as we have seen in previous Nokia smartphones. The device is powered by a Snapdragon 636 processor, and here's the branding for Qualcomm Snapdragon and Zeiss. There are two variants of Nokia 7.1 available, one with 3GB RAM and 32GB storage, another one is 4GB RAM and 64GB storage. So the one we got here is the 4GB RAM 64GB storage version. The device we got blue in color, it's the KSA model and made in China. So now let's open the box and let's see what we got inside. And here we go. So here is our Nokia 7.1 Android smartphone. Here we got the SIM card tray ejector pin along with some quick start guide, an 18-watt quick charger, USB cable and a 3.5mm earphone. So these are the stuff we got inside the retail box of Nokia 7.1. The smartphone, SIM card tray ejector pin, the user guide, USB cable, the 18-watt quick charger and the 3.5mm earphone. As you can see, there is no case provided this time along with the Nokia 7.1. So here is our Nokia 7.1. Let's switch on the device now. And while it's booting up for the very first time, let me tell you about few of the remaining hardware specs. That it comes with Adreno 509 GPU. There is 3060 mAh battery provided. On the front side, the display we got comes with 432 ppi along with Full HD Plus screen and the Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection. The device weighs just 160 gram and this is a dual SIM card smartphone. So right now I'm just going to skip all of these initial steps to reach the home screen first. Here we go. So this is our Nokia 7.1 home screen, as you can see. So first of all, let's have a look on the design of Nokia 7.1. It comes with a 5.84-inch Full HD Plus screen. The screen to body ratio is 79.9%, nearly 80% we can say. So you can see that at the bottom we got a bit of chin along with the Nokia logo. At the edge of the screen we got a bit of bezel as well all over the screen. So even though screen to body ratio is quite good, there is a clear visible bezel on every side of the screen, and especially at the bottom it's a bit thick. You can see it's a huge chin here. As the screen comes with 19:9 aspect ratio, obviously there is a notch provided. Here is the earpiece, a front facing camera and a set of sensors as well. At the bottom we got the speaker grill, USB Type-C port, a microphone, antenna lines. On the left hand side there is the SIM card tray slot provided. This is a dual SIM card smartphone, as I have already mentioned, and the SIM 2 slot can be used as a micro SD card slot as well, and it supports up to 400 GB of micro SD card. On the right hand side there is the power on off key and the volume rockers. At the top there is 3.5mm audio jack, a microphone and once again antenna lines on both of these holes provided here. At the back side of Nokia 7.1 there is dual rear camera setup along with Zeiss branding, Nokia branding and Android One branding as well. There is a fingerprint sensor provided, and the camera module is a bit elevated from the rear of the device, so you will have to be a bit careful if you are going to keep your smartphone this way on the table if you do not want to get any scratch on your camera module. Talking about the design of Nokia 7.1, it looks premium from every angle. The body of Nokia 7.1 is made of aluminum 6000 material that is pretty lightweight and durable as well. And this is the reason that device feels so lightweight in hand. It weighs just 160 grams. On the front side there is Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection. The back side we got glass as well. Officially there is no information provided whether we got Gorilla Glass on the back or it's just a regular one, but it looks beautiful and premium from every angle. Also at the side we got nice accent at the edges and also at the volume rockers and power keys. That gives a very premium feel to the design of Nokia 7.1. So overall the design and build quality of Nokia 7.1 is premium and the device is really beautiful. The only drawback is we got lots of bezel and a huge chin on the front side. Talking about the screen, Nokia 7.1 comes with 5.84 inch Full HD Plus screen along with 432 ppi. The screen to body ratio is 80% and the IPS LCD display quality is really good. The viewing angles are really nice, and because of 432 ppi you will not see any pixelation or blurriness on the screen at any time, even if I bring it so close to my camera as you can see here. Nokia 7.1 display supports HDR10, and you can use the enhanced HDR10 display option to convert an SDR video into HDR10. But we will check this feature and its performance in our detailed Nokia 7.1 review, but the feature exists on the device and it's really a nice thing. So this is the home screen of Nokia 7.1. As you can see that it comes with a folder of Google application, and since this is an Android One smartphone, the only applications you will find on this device will be of Google. So there is Photos, Play Store, Camera, Chrome, Contacts, Phone Book, Messages. If you go to the app drawer, you will find few more Google application. So if you prefer to use Google application, you can go with them, or you will have to install few third-party applications from the Play Store. Personally, all of the Google applications serve my purpose, so I would like to stick with them instead of installing third-party applications that will consume RAM and storage of my device. If you go to the settings, here you will find some more information about the device, that this device comes with 64 GB storage and the user available storage is 52.25 GB. As you can see that 18% is already used by the installed application, etc. And if you go to the system and then about phone section, here you will find more information about the device, that the device is Nokia 7.1. It comes with Android 8.1 right now, but this device is upgradable to Android 9 Pie OS. The Android security patch level is provided of September. If you go back to the settings menu once again, you can see that this is pretty much similar to the stock Android. There is no custom option provided. So with the Android One on Nokia 7.1, you are going to have a very similar experience like the stock Android. Talking about the camera, it comes with 12 plus 5 megapixel dual rear camera setup along with Zeiss optics. It is capable of recording 4K videos at 30 fps, and there is dual sight mode or both provided on this device as well. So if we launch the camera application, this is the user interface you will find. You can see that the device comes with photo, video, slow motion video recording is provided as well. There is time lapse, pro mode, live bokeh, panorama and square. Seems like this is dedicated especially for the Instagram user. At the photo mode you will find lots of options, like there is timer, flash. You can select the single, dual or picture in picture. This is the dual side technology, the bothi mode. Then there is beautification, some AI stickers and the motion option that captures a few seconds of video before capturing the image. If you tap on these 4 lines, you will find lots of options and features provided here in the settings. So we will have a look on all of them in our detailed camera review video. But now let's take few pictures from the camera of Nokia 7.1 and let's see how good it's going to perform. So I'm just going to capture few images of this tiny little doll here. So the focusing speed is really fast. So these are the pictures that I have just captured. As you can see, lots of details are there. And even though I was not using the portrait mode, you can see depth of field effect is really nice. So this toy is in focus, but the retail box in the background is blurred. So even though I was not using the portrait mode to create the depth of field, even in the auto mode, the depth of field effect is pretty nice. After zooming in at the full scale, picture is getting a bit blurred, but not too much. As you can see that this is the original size of the image. Here once again you can see lots of details are there, especially on the fabric of this toy here, of this doll. And the color saturation is nice. As you have seen that the focusing speed was really fast and quick. Once again you can see lots of detail, even though this is a really small tiny doll here, but lots of details are coming of the fabric and everything. At the first glance, camera performance is looking really nice. You can see how much detail is there in this image especially. So at the first glance, performance of Nokia 7.1 camera is looking really good, but we will do a detailed camera review of this device very soon, where we will check all of these features and the performance of this device in different lighting condition, in different camera mode, to see how good is the real life performance of Nokia 7.1 camera. But at the first glance, it's pretty good and impressive. So at the first glance, everything about the Nokia 7.1 is quite good. The display quality is really nice. The design and build quality is so premium from every angle. The device performance is looking quite smooth and the camera performance is really nice and impressive. The only bad thing about Nokia 7.1 is the front side, because there is visible bezel on every corner and it got a huge chin at the bottom. Other than this, everything is good and nice about Nokia 7.1 in the first glance. So that's all for now, friends. Lots of more videos of Nokia 7.1 will be uploaded very soon, covering its camera review, gaming performance, benchmarking test, comparison with other smartphones, and lots of other stuff as well. So do not forget to subscribe the channel for more videos, tips and tricks, and hands-on reviews like this. And I'll see you guys next time in another video. Have a nice day.